The league's founder members met on the opening day in league history. And when it comes to history, one Wolves fan in particular has it all covered.
This is the wage book for the season 1888-89 season. The first penalty ever scored was down the Wolves against Accrington Stanley. That's the Viking Cup, the first cup Wolves won in 1884. Now it's the Wolverhampton Charity Cup, and the finals played here every season.
What Graham Hughes doesn't know about Wolves isn't worth knowing. He went to his first match in 1941, has been a dressing room attendant for the last 26 years, and he's turned the entrance to Molineux into his own shrine.
This cap here is Billy White's 105th cap. I was against the USA, and because he played 105 times for England. 90th captain and 70 consecutive games for England, you know.
Even Billy Wright's contract found its way into Graham's care.
£12 a week. From July the 6th, 1954 to July the 31st, 1954. And £15 a week thereafter. Yeah. That's a good pay rise.
Yeah.
He's a top guy, and he regularly comes into my office, and we regularly buy more and more stuff, don't we? I'm beginning to lock the door when Graham turns up because he wants another 500 quid for this or for that.
He's friend of the vicar's daughter of St Peter's Church in Wolverhampton. Her name was Dora Penny, and he used to cycle from Worcester to the vicarage and then cross the road to the Molineux.
So he cycled via the vicarage. He was a big fan of the daughter, was he, as well as the Wolves?
Yeah.
Today's famous fans, like Led Zeppelin's Robert Plant, are looked after on match days by Graham or his pal Clifford Moss. And amongst the legions of stars they've welcomed through the doors, a certain George Best.
A cup of tea or coffee, I forget what he had. I said, will you sign me book, Bestie book? So he sat down in reception. He says, what should we put? Oh, he said, I know. He says, to the Wolves, the team I support is a boy.
At the National Football Museum, Graham and Cliff regularly check up on the Wolves display. And back at Molineux, there's always time for former stars popping by. Although Steve Bull still won't have fresh milk in his tea.
Steve didn't like that posh milk. He said, don't put...
Cantaloupe milk. Bully milk's Cantaloupe milk.
So, it was funny though.
Still drinking it now?
Now it's all energy drinks, you know. Yeah. Where in those days, you got to get the tea on, isn't it?
You're taking credit for Bully's 50 goals a season?
Yeah, yeah.
What was in the tea?
There's got to be something in there to give you 50 goals a season, isn't it?
Well, I mean, he's a typical centre forward, you know.
Looking back at the last few games, especially Everton, I think they've stepped up again now, and they've got they're ready to play in the Premier League.
Such a young side as well. It's a great forward line, you know. And what the old team is, you know, is great how he's built them up. We've got the youngsters coming through, like, you know.
What do you like about them?
I just think the eagerness and the keenness of them wanting to play, you know what I mean? As I say, they're a young bunch of lads, and he's getting them together. He's starting to bring in the odd experienced one in now and again, which I think that's all that's lacking.
This fixture is etched in Graham's memory after a Christmas Day meeting he almost never made.
One Christmas morning, I think it was 47, 48 season, we were cycling from Cotswold, which is 4 miles away. I got my brother on the crossbar, cycling away from the match, which was 11 o'clock kick-off. He puts his foot in the front wheel. I went over the handlebars, and I got up and I was about 200 yards from Dr. McGee's, like the village doctor, so I got back to the surgery, he patched me up. We still got down the match a lot, you know. Still managed to get to the match, like, you know.
With a whirl around his neck.
Well, I couldn't eat my dinner a lot, you know. But
you saw the Wolves.
Saw the Wolves.
That's what counts.
Yeah.
You know, every football club needs a Graham Hughes who can actually wax lyrical about the club and you know, keep us all in tune with what happened yesteryear.
It's a great job, really. I got.
Has he got a good job, Bully?
Yeah, I think he had a better job than me while I was playing. I think he was better paid as well. You know what I mean? All he bought was a cup of tea.
Got a longer contract.
He has still here, you know what I mean?
And now I go, do you want to have a cup of tea?
No, you're freezing to death here. You're freezing to death here. Freezing to death. It's this year. Come on in.
Come on, Mossy, I got my famous word.
Come on in. Come on in.
Thanks, Steve.